North in order to start up your goat farm in the South, I can assure you that you continue to fail in that farm business. I'm so sorry if this sounds so harsh. My name is Simeon Odi, and I'm a struggling farmer that had at a time more than 400 goats in my farm, but I lost it all. Even though I was staying in the north central side of Nigeria, which is also part of the north, I got goats from Jigawa, which is the other part of the main north, and all those goats died. In fact, in my farm, the only business that did not give me any profit but lost was the goat farm. And I can tell you this with authority, that if you continue to buy goat from the north in order for you to open businesses or farm in the south, you will continue to make loss out of that business. Now, before you crucify me, please listen to this video so that you can actually check whether what I'm saying is true. Or you might have had experiences also with this, or from buying goats from the north and trying to raise them in the south. Another group of thinkers will say, what about the goats that we bring in from other countries, like import them from South Africa, from Holland, from Uganda or Kenya to Nigeria? What about them? That some of these goats are surviving. I will always like to tell you this. It's not about the surviving, it is about the survival rate. How many of these farms that have imported these goods have continued to survive till now? This video is going to offer practical solution that you might need if buying goats from the north to raise them in the south is not practical, and in what instance you can buy from the north to sell. Now, let me tell you my story. I started buying goats when I started my farm. I started with goats. I started with about 10 goats as of that time. I have wanted to build a community farm where people can bring in their goats, and I take care of it. With time, I took it to social media, so most of the people that we are now bringing goats for us to rear or asking us to buy goats for them, we are not people that we are living in my community. There were some people living in London, some people living in the US, some people living in Canada, some people living in Lagos and other parts of Africa. So these ones we say, okay, sure boy, Simeon, buy these goats and rear them in your farm. Now, we now decided, because we wanted to cut costs, to go to Jigawa to go and buy these goats from there. And I can assure you that that was one of the worst mistakes that we have ever made. I made the video about that, I think 4 years ago, where I showed a video of where we were losing goats. We lose over 100 goats in less than a month just from buying goat. And there was nothing wrong. It was just waking up and it was dying. It will just wake up and start to form catarrh, start to form PPR, start to form a whole lot of sickness, and they will die. The middlemen will come and they will price it at nonsense prices, and at the end of the day, we cut our losses and move on. Now, if we are not buying goats from the north, the question now is, why is the goats dying? Now, when you look at the region in which this goat is coming from, you see that this goat is coming from a region that is relatively dry, a region that has a type of extreme weather. When it is raining too much. When it is heat period, the heat period is too much. When it is winter, they don't call it winter, when they call it dry season. When it is dry season, the dry season is too much. So these goats are already accustomed to their weather. Now, when you compare that to the weather that we have in the southern Nigeria, because this video is about making comparison between the north and the southern Nigeria, you will see that the weather that is in the southern Nigeria is relatively a rainforest. There is more rain in the southern Nigeria, and rain can rain for continuously for some few days, which we do not experience in the north. In the north, if it rains now, you know that in the next 3, 4, 5 hours, the rain will stop and sun will come out. But the goats are not experiencing that, where rain can continuously fall in Lagos, for instance, for 5 days. This is not done anywhere in the north. So that might also be affecting the goats. Another reason why these goats are dying when they get to the south is because of experience. Most of the farmers that are trying to buy these goats to the southern Nigeria are people that are buying these goats because they want to do investment back home. They want to own a goat farm back home. They are not necessarily doing this investment because they are thinking of profit, even though profit is there. But the major reason why they want to do it is that akụruo ụnọ, ajụ onye kpara ya. You understand? They want a situation whereby they will say, okay, my wealth have reached home. So these people will now, instead of buying smaller amount of goat, they will go and say, okay, buy me 100 goats, buy me 200 goats. What will happen? The goats will die. The goats will die. I was listening to an interview by is it a Bitcoin king, be Bitcoin chief king, Charles Chief Gaius, yes. And he was talking about his new farm that he established in the southern Nigeria, that he have already lost 250 million naira. I lost 250 million naira because, one, the contractor did not do a good job in the place, and secondly, because the contractors buy roadside goats and cow, and when it gets to him, they were dying. Imagine that he was not a rich person. This is someone that left the United States with the girls that when I was listening to the interview, the only thing he was talking about in the interview is that when the people he was with in the United States, all of them we say they are going back home to invest in their region. So him wanted to go back home and also invest in his region so as to create opportunities in his region. So the main reason why he's investing in the farm is because he wants to invest in his region for people to know that he have already arrived. He might also have profit intention, but he did not talk about that in his business, in his video. So when you look at people like that, imagine that he doesn't have money. Imagine that he's a poor, struggling person that is doing jobs, taking warehouse jobs and all these type of jobs that kills the body. Imagine that he have gotten all that money and then he lost 250 million naira even before the farm start. What do you think will happen? The farm will have closed down. And if he continue to lose money this way, with time, you will see that the pride or the passion he have for that farm, the village pride he have for that farm is going to reduce and he's not going to continue this farm. Why is it that he lost that 250 million naira? As a consultant and an experienced person that have done this business for so many years, I will tell you that there is no farm that is in the northern Nigeria where you can get up to 30 goats at once. There is no farm. Yes, so there is no farm that you can get up to 30 goats at once. And if there is a farm like that, maybe sure boy don't know, tell me. I'm not talking about traders that goes to the market and then buy goats and put them in the farm. I mean goats that have history, just as the South African goats that we bring in, that have history, that this is the mother, this is the F1 generation, it doesn't happen that way. The type of goats that we get in the north are goats that the Fulanis are already tired with. No goat farmer will sell you his best goat. No goat farmer will wake up and now go and give you the best goat that he have. It is the goat that is not giving birth. That is the goat they take to the market. It is the goat that is not feeding well or having miscarriages anytime he have children. That is the goat they take to the market. It is when they have problem like school fees or problem, that is when they take the goats to the market. Now, goats that is sick, that is when they take it to the market. There is this thing that the Fulanis do when they want to take the animals to the market. They inject it, procaine. They give it procaine and some antibiotic that day you will see that the animal is hale and healthy. But when you finish buying that animal that day and go back home, you go and meet Nke Toro father. You go and meet the one way past father. You will be very surprised with an animal that was healthy for since I brought it for the past 2, 3, 5 days. And all of a sudden, you come the next day, you see the animal lying down. It is because the effect of the drugs that they gave to the animal before they took it to the market have already run off. So when you now come to the north, or you tell someone to buy goats from the north for you to start your goat in the south, what the person is actually buying from you is goods that are in the market. And any goods that is already in the market is no longer a good goat, because the market is filled with infection. Goat wey get HIV dey there. Goat wey get diabetes dey there. Goat wey get cancer dey there. Goat wey penis dey pen, e dey there. And all of them will meet together and they will ganu see each other. Ganu see this one, eat from the same place, drink the same water. And at the end of the day, you are expecting to have a farm. What you have is not a farm. What you have is a sickness center. Your business is going to collapse. Stop buying goats. Stop telling people in the north to buy goats from you, including Shawboy. Now, what do you do instead? Because it is not enough to blab, 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 blab the problem, just like Nigeria politicians, and do not provide solution. Now, what will Shawboy do? If Shawboy is to create a farm right now in the city of Ogun State, you might need to get your pen and paper right now and see how you can draw out a successful farm in Ogun State. Assuming you want to start in Ogun State, look at what you will do. By staying in Ogun State, this also applies to Anambra State, Enugu State, Ogun State, Lagos, or any part of southern Nigeria, or even if you are in the northern Nigeria. First, create the structure of the goat farm you need. You might need to go to my video and check how to build and search how to build a simple goat house, and you will see how we build our goat house using simple material, yet the goat house came out looking so nice. So create your goat sample. Remember, when you are starting your goat farm, the idea is to remove village pride. I know that you want to start with 300 goats. I know you want to start with 500 goats. I am telling you, remove village pride and source for these goats locally. If you want to rear, for instance, the red Sokoto that we rear here in the northern part of Nigeria, I will tell you that for now, you can start with the West African dwarf, which is more common in your area. And then when you are sourcing for goats in your area, consider sourcing goats in the villages close to you. The advantage is that the goats already is adaptable to that weather. Secondly, the travel time of taking that goat to your farm is reduced. Thirdly, you can be able to manage diseases when you buy these goats from farms instead of buying these goats that the farmers are already tired of and they have sent it to the butcher. Let me tell you, breeding stock is always more expensive than the butcher price. When a farmer is already tired of a goat and send it to the butcher, you should ask yourself, why me? Why should I be the one? What did I do to deserve this sympathy from this farmer to sell this his best goat to me? What did I do in order to deserve this kind of favor from him? Nobody is doing you a favor. The farmer is already cashing out because the farmer already see that this goat is not a good breed. So consider going to farm. That Mama Akiano that has 5 goats and is willing to sell one, buy one from her. That Papa Ajasa that is willing to sell 4 out of his 10 goats, buy the 4 from him. Start your farm very small and stock gradually. Now, if you do not have access to the red goats that you also want to put in your farm, look at what you have to do. You have to create what we call a trading center in your farm. Separate it from where your main stock are and create a trading section in your farm. In that place, what you do naturally is to sell goats. You sell goats to butchers, you sell goats to farmers, you sell goats to anyone that want to buy goat. Now, that is the profit aspect of the goat. What I am telling you is going to cost you 100,000 naira if you come back to my inbox to ask me to tell you more. So I will tell you to listen to this video very well, because if you deduce what I'm saying from this video, you will not need to pay me a consultation fee. You will already understood what I'm saying and create a profitable goat farm. Now we are concentrating on fish in our farm, and very soon we are going to create this model that I'm already telling you. I'm telling you this because I am not in competition with you. I am telling you this because I want you to succeed. Is that okay? So now, if you have been able to create a trading center apart from your main stock, you now need to create where you are going to be selling this goods. And the best place to sell this goat is to get a shop in the market. I already tell you this, and if you have been subscribing to this channel, you will know that I will tell you that the best place to sell your product is to get a stand in the market. So now, when you now get a goat stand in the market where you either sell butchered goat meat, that is when you can order this goat from the north. So when you order this goat in the north, the idea is to start selling them. Now, inside some of them, you might see some that you like, the ones you brought in from the north. You can send those ones to the quarantine for 21 days and see how they react. If they survive and adapt to the weather very well, after 21 days, remove them from the 21 days and take them to another 10 days quarantine in the inner chamber and let them see. Once they qualify after like going to 2 months, take them now to your main stock and you successfully have a good goat that can survive in your farm. The rest that are trying to show signs of whatever, sell them off. You are already making money. You know goat is going to die in your hand because you are already seeing this goat and you have a channel of selling this goat. Please, do not go to the northern Nigerians to start sending somebody money to buy goats from you. Consider making sure that what you are doing is trying to source goats from your side. And even if you are sourcing goats from your side or sourcing it from northern Nigeria, do not start a goat farm without knowing how to sell that goat. It is a recipe for disaster. If you like this video and you have watched to the end, consider subscribing to this channel. Help me grow this channel so that I can have the mind to come out and still tell you the truth about everything you need to know about agriculture. Thank you very much for staying true. And this is Sure Boy. I don't know what they call me in your country, but here in the UK, they call me the Sure Boy. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.